Make sure there's no freaking...
What?
Make sure there's no hole in your pants.
There's no hole in my pants. We don't got to do this every week. Welcome back to RaBBois. I'm Tzvi, joined with my brother Yitz, and
I'm Yitz, joined with my brother Tzvi.
that was like a one-time occurrence. I didn't think we were like, unless you want to do that every week, we can do that if you want.
Away. You're welcome putting my phone away.
Oh shoot, I should probably.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's your.
I'll put it on silent because I don't want to buzz your mic.
It's
you get all mad.
I do get mad. Okay, I put a lot of work into this. We actually are low key literally going viral.
Literally.
We're last week.
Look at that! It took you're.
Why are you saying
really good?
Thank you. I was about to say, why are you saying word? Because every time I posted the short, we got subs. We were at 5 last week, and now we're at 21. That is 4 times and 1 more than
Yo, you know math.
More than what we had last week. And I appreciate everybody that smashed subscribe. People are low-key starting to watch this. I looked at the analytics.
Really?
And I think 4 minutes was watched or something.
Of the podcast?
Of the podcast.
That's like...
It's the start of something massive.
That's like 3 minutes more than I watched.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I watched the entire thing because I was editing it. Regardless, what else was massive was the amount of garbage cans I had to take out today. I was going to I went to take them out, and there was a whole thing of wasps there, and they're all eating this dead thingy, and they all started chasing me. All of them started chasing me.
I'm sure that, yeah.
No, they started chasing me.
I think in your head it's different than what
No. I went back inside. I got the spray, and I sprayed all of them, and I was like, oh, they're dead, and 3 more came on the flank, and they started. And I'm serious.
They're like, come on, let's go.
No, literally, they were low-key anti-Semitic, and they chased after me. I went inside for it. That's why I'm kind of sweating right now. I spent the past half hour taking out the garbage cans,
Really?
Going back and forth, and then I realized I forgot another can, and I forgot a box, and I probably jogged over half a mile.
Literally, the image of you running around with wasps chasing you, like that.
That is not at all what I would look like. I was actually very manly. No, I'm serious. By the way, before I went out, I was like, I fear nothing but God.
I was gonna ask, why are you so scared?
No,
just a little wasp.
Because I've been learning this Jewish thing recently. It's called, what's the English translation? It's called Shar B'Tachon. It's called the Gates of
Faith.
The Gates of Faith. It's basically have faith in God.
Well, B'Tachon, I think it's faith. Trying to translate it properly.
Well, without getting too deep, that's sort of, yeah. And it's basically have faith in God and fear nothing but God, and He'll provide. So that's exactly what I did. I went outside and I had faith, and no one...
And you had faith, and the wasps were part of the plan.
And they were a part of God's infinite plan, and they didn't sting me. I also went back 3 hours later, but they weren't there. And
wow, that's a great story.
I thought it was an amazing story. I thought it'd be insightful for people to listen to. I don't know why you have to sound so demeaning about that.
Oh, that you're scared of wasps. Okay, fine. Actually, speaking about your gates of faith.
Okay.
So it's more like this idea. So now that you believe that God provides, so what's your plan? You're just gonna drop everything and you're just gonna learn. How did you interpret it? Meaning, there's different ways to make money. There's in my opinion, there's 3 different paths. You could say there's the normal path, which is go to school, go to college,
boo,
get a job,
boo,
climb the corporate ladder.
Can I completely interrupt that for a second?
Lose your soul.
It's related to this,
but pay everything.
Okay, I'll get to.
That's one.
No, just remind me about that. But you were talking about dropping out of college and stuff. I was
talking about going to college. Actually.
Okay, well, that is a good conversation point, and we'll get to it. However. Mine's better. I was watching this. This YouTube video. Literally, it came across my feed last night. It was a good conversation point. I want to say this. And I'm being nice.
Continue. Stop wasting everyone's time.
A YouTube video came on my homepage. It was from the 16-year-old. It had 30 views. Randomly appeared on my homepage saying, "I want to drop out of high school. I want to stop everything I'm doing and commit to the grind." And do the whole thing. It was one of these classics, Andrew Tate, fan base type of person.
Yeah.
Not that I'm whatever, but it was that type of kid, grind hustle. I'm withdraw. I'm wasting 8 hours a day in high school. I'm leaving. I left a very long comment. I was like you don't like you could low key like there's possibilities where you can do your high school and grind at the same time, and maybe don't go to college, but at least like graduate high school, like because we did high school. We did two high schools, right? I mean, as we said before, like the regular high school, like I was pretty much giving him advice, like you could do an online high school, and you could knock it off in 2 hours, and you could cheat your way through it, like I did. Did you cheat through high school?
What? No. See, I applied to the bar. And everything's legit.
Well, your law school is legit, but
no, but they asked you about your whole history.
And you did not cheat whatsoever in high school whatsoever.
No way.
No, yeah, that'd be pretty weird. Point is, like, there's a lot of kids nowadays that are like full on ready to just completely drop out. I was like, bro, like you're like 16. Everything's changing every single year. Like, maybe finish high school, and if it's too much, like freaking just do an online version of it. And
you like low-key left him like a really nice letter.
I literally I wrote him like strongly.
He cried.
No, he responded to it. He's like, "Thank you. I will strongly consider this."
That's funny.
No, I'm serious.
You changed that man's life. He's gonna be like president.
Because I saw it and I was like, "This kid." Because I kind of felt like that also when it reminded me of me.
Yeah, because you're young, and you get a lot of energy, and like you feel like you could conquer everything. But
exactly.
You realize, but sometimes
you're in a trance. You're in that young trance, and I get it with college, me personally, because you could go back to college, but high school's like, can you go back to high school? Can you?
Yeah, why not?
You can, but like, I mean, that's it's a lot.
People usually take the GED because
they do GED, right?
I mean, there's no point.
Oh, so maybe he could do a GED.
It's an argument to say to take the GED, get that, because then that could get you into most colleges if you need to go, and then you don't have to waste 3 years. The GED is just a test. I mean, it takes people, it can take people a while to learn, but if you're smart, people would literally do it in months, and then it's not as good as a high school degree, but nowadays with colleges, they don't care as much.
They don't care. Many Jews nowadays, like we did high school during our Jewish school, but a lot of kids that don't do it will literally just get a GED. I remember the program I was at a couple years, like last year, there were a bunch of kids just getting GEDs.
Yeah, it's the same thing, and low-key, maybe we should have done that. Because of Shar B'Tachon, because of faith.
Faith.
You should have learned more.
You should have had faith and learned more. And then, if this podcast gets success, it is a sign of my faith.
But it's not even true.
Okay, that's not true, though, because you're also saying that
even if
it fails, you still got you still trust that it's all a part of God's infinite plan. Or something like that. I read it somewhere once.
So as I was saying,
sorry.
No, it's fine. My first path is that you do the regular system, and I guess a lot of hate nowadays, and there's some truth to it. I think for a lot of people, it could be a waste of time.
It's because it's run by elites that are brainwashing us to be stupid.
So that's one part of it.
Yeah,
exactly. The idea is
we're the elites, by the way, but we get no benefits.
I actually had a whole argument with someone. Now I'm getting sidetracked.
Good.
Is it sidetracked or sidetracked?
It's sidetracked, and it doesn't matter because we literally have nothing to talk about. So just keep on
going.
Sorry,
no. Sorry. I went to the Caribbean for the holiday of Shavuos, which is when we were given the Torah, and there's a man there, and basically I was thinking about going to law school. This is many years ago, and he was a lawyer, and he said, "Don't go to law school. It's the worst thing you'll ever do. It's a waste of time." I said, "But you're a lawyer." He goes, "No, not anymore." He goes, "I was a lawyer for a few years, hated it. Ended up becoming a sports agent. He's making a ton of money, and
scamming sports athletes of all their money."
Yeah, he actually hooks them up with ESPN job, like a job.
Yeah, yeah. All of them, they hook each other up while taking 90%.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways,
so he's making good money, and I was like, oh, maybe that's the point. But then I asked him, I said, "Did you get all your connections from being a lawyer?" He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, so it turns out that going to law school wasn't such a bad idea. And he kind of froze. I felt kind of bad.
Are you just trying to justify you going to law school?
Yes. No, my point is that...
Because all the income's going to come from this, baby. 21 subs.
That's right.
Continue.
My point is that people say, well, don't go to college, because most people don't use their college degree, and that's correct. But I think there's also a point where you meet people at college, and you get jobs through college, even though maybe it wasn't your degree, but your degree might have helped. I mean, I think people don't realize how much it does help. I'm not advocating for it. I mean, I think you should go to college if you want to become... engineer, a lawyer, or a doctor. That's kind of my idea. That's my mindset. So if you're not going to do that, then maybe you could think about it then do sales, work your way up, or do something else. You don't have to waste your time. But a lot of people gain all these there's so many businesses of kids and their college buddies, or they got to know people. And yeah, they didn't use their stupid degree, but they know a ton of people from college. So I love how basically nowadays people are like, oh, don't go to college. it's like a waste of time, waste of money, and it is a waste of money if you're going for the wrong reasons or you're learning dumb things, unfortunately, which a lot of people do. But there is something important about college that could make your life successful if you use it properly. Meaning, go to college for a purpose. I would never go to college unless I knew what I was doing, which was law school. I didn't waste any time doing anything else. I got my degree for rabbinic studies. I went directly to law school. I didn't waste any time. I got in, I got out, got my degree. That's kind of my approach. So that's one approach. Okay, one approach.
Can I say a couple things to that?
Yeah.
One, it's crazy how we make no income from this, yet you're already bought out and spewing this Fed.
How do you know it?
Least obvious Fed. Huh?
How do you know they didn't pay me?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're literally like bought and sold. You're just telling this is exactly you're bought and sold, and you're freaking telling everybody to go to college, and that's great.
I actually do not advocate for college for a lot of people who are just going to go to waste. People who tell me, I have friends who say, I'm going to go to college to figure myself out. I say, well, why would you spend 30 to 50 grand a year to figure yourself out? Like, it's ridiculous. And you could take out loans for colleges, like there's like a water, like there's like, you know, like it's a soft drink at a gas station. It's like ridiculous.
But also, it's also easier for you to say because you're just that type of school type of person.
Yes.
Basically, you're like a robot. You have no soul. You don't mind sitting down and just learning crap. Your brother, on the other hand, you should take.
Wait, let me do my second path, and we'll get to you.
Okay.
It's really my second path.
Okay.
Actually, I'll skip to the third path, which is just complete faith in God. You learn all day, and the money comes.
Yes.
I don't know what there's a.
We should be learning right now. No, I learn all the time. This is like the part I have to give out so that I receive my blessings.
My point is that I think people like to get it's clickbait. Like this is clickbait. It's clickbait. Like, don't go to college. It's ruining your life. Like, yeah, I guess sometimes, but it also could be good. I think it's way too expensive, and I think there's people waste a lot of money and time.
Yep.
I think a majority of people waste a lot of money and time, but I do think that if you go to college for a specific reason and you have a specific path and you don't waste any time, you don't go every day get a coffee and all your yoga classes, like, because it's part of the experience, then you're not going to make you're putting so much debt on yourself. Like, that's ridiculous.
I think people that have that desire, like, I don't think it should be like inbred into us.
Exactly.
I think it should be like they should be equal options of wanting to like go into sales and entrepreneurship and wanting to go to college. It turned into like this whole like if you don't go to college, then yada yada yada. I mean,
and employers require
that's post-Holocaust generation, but also just the entire generation was like that.
Well, it's kind of
You want to know why they were like that? Because they were easily able to get brainwashed before Wi-Fi, before the internet.
Oh, yeah.
The elitists were able to get all of them going. And now that there's internet everywhere, people are finally trying to wake up. And
Wake up.
But now when they wake up, they just yell at Jews.
You're awake.
I'm awake, yes. And now they just yell at Jews.
I guess,
so.
yeah. That's my first point. I don't want to reiterate the point where it's
you don't got to re-record.
No, the college experience that they sell you at these universities that I'd walk through the college campus to get to my law school. I'd go right before class, get in there. You see people doing like tightrope walking and like
maybe people like that. Yeah, you're very robotic and want to sit down all day.
Do you know how much rent is? Like, these landlords make a killing. I see like they're like tiny houses. They bought them for nothing. They charge like $700 to like $1,000 per room in some of these places. A room. You could get a house for that. It's crazy. But their parents pay for it. You can take out a loan. That part, like
why would you owns all those buildings?
Jews. I was like, low key, I was like, I should probably get one. They're not, no, they're not that. Like, some of them are not expensive, and like
they're gonna start commenting well again.
And you don't have to keep they don't keep the conditions so well because college kids, and they don't care what happens, and they charge them like a ton. You're like quadrupling your rent on this thing. It's crazy. So that stuff is like, and all the stores around college. Oh, man, when I couldn't believe it. There's so many stores around colleges that are selling. You know how much money is made selling to college kids who are taking out loans? Like, all these loans that people, anything you don't go towards your tuition. Sorry, I'm going a whole rant here.
No, it's good.
Anything you don't pay towards tuition for your loan, they'll deposit into your bank if you don't tell them not to. And so people get, like, this college kid will get like $40,000 loan, 30 will go to tuition, 10 grand in his bank, but you're paying 4% on that because just a freaking regular loan to get a house, as an adult with a job would get, but you're a kid. And then he's like, oh, 10 grand, great. You buy a laptop from the school store for like too much money. You buy like yoga pants. Why I keep saying yoga? I don't know.
You seem to have some sort of personal agenda against yoga.
No, like,
we used to do yoga.
That's true. I used to do
We
yoga.
used to be able to do the splits. Can you do it right now for them?
You know why I say yoga pants? Because like it's like these expensive. They'll sell like yoga pants for like $105,
What?
and like you'll buy them because like
Because
whatever
it's gonna
you have the
help
money.
me do yoga better. That's
But
why.
you'll have the money, and and coffee
Why
shops.
do people wear yoga?
Restaurants.
Why do people wear pants when they do yoga? This sounds weird, but like why? Oh, I guess if you're doing it in public.
I guess it's also
Yeah.
the fabric's stretchy. So
No, but these colleges, they do have these cool programs, but and like I low key kind of do. I get like a little bit of FOMO slightly when I think about college, but then like I think of like all of the. I'm talking about college lifestyle, like living on the college and things like that. But then
Yeah.
there is also a lot of degeneracy and stuff going on that overall in the long run, it'd probably be better for me to just stick to like improving myself and doing the grinds.
yeah, because people are wasting so much money. I didn't realize this coming from a Jewish school where like we had lunch, you know, as part of the school. For lunch, I mean, could be they have public lunches too, but at the college I went to, there are restaurants in the auditorium. I know it's probably normal for most people, but it blew my mind. Not only are you spending like $30,000 a year in tuition, and maybe less in a lot of places, community colleges are way less.
Oh, you're saying like you have to pay for
Pay
the
for
food.
lunch every day. It's like $7. It's like crazy. Like we pay tuition, and you know we get food with it.
We get terrible food though.
Terrible food.
Terrible food.
But then you have like I walked into the lunchroom because I would need to go to the bookstore. Which, by the way, don't even get me started about the textbooks that they make you buy. That are like
Didn't I send you that website that has like every textbook for free allegedly?
allegedly doesn't have all the textbooks.
Huh? I mean, allegedly it had a pretty good stock. Allegedly, I mean, yeah.
So they do, yeah. People do that, but if you're
Allegedly, I mean, we would never.
but if people just buy because like you buy from the bookstore from the college bookstore, they charge you probably double what you could get anywhere else. And like,
we should sell college text. Why are we doing this?
literally
We should sell
stop right now and
college
do it.
textbooks. How much like is like a college textbook? I never went to college, so I have
Law
no
school.
clue.
Okay, so there's different. The smaller ones could be like 100 or less. My law school textbooks were between 200 to 400.
They're paying you.
It's crazy.
You have to pay hundreds of dollars for knowledge you're gonna use once in your life.
And I was actually smart. Resold them. I bought them, then resold them, and I actually made a lot of my money back.
Oh yeah. Oh, you resold them. Did they
Because-
have like stains in them?
Well, like no, I bought them used.
Are you like the type that like eats like
No, I kept them
fries
very
and
clean.
ketchup while learning your freaking book?
No, I kept them very clean. 'Cause I knew I'd have to resell them.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole college lifestyle really bothers me. I remember seeing, and I kept telling my wife, like, I can't handle it. Like, people are blowing money. Like, they have like these new laptops, and they put all their stickers on it, and like I don't know, just everything. I felt like the stickers are stupid. It's just this mindset where it's like, why do you have stickers on your laptop? You're in law school. It's like supposed to be a professional thing.
Okay. Well, that's a you thing.
I know. I'm sorry.
You're gonna piss people off with that, man. You're
tired.
what?
Tired of stickers on laptops.
What's wrong with stickers on laptops?
I don't care
man?
what your opinions are.
So I don't like the stickers on laptops solely because it's like getting a tattoo. Like
You're
it's-
26 years old.
Oh, that's where your problem. Like
Yeah,
you're
you're
26 and they have like a
20
Hello
freaking
Kitty.
Yeah,
on your
yeah,
laptop.
exactly. I don't know. I see that. These
Why do you
kids-
have beef with laptop stickers?
I don't know. I'm a really angry man.
I see. Yeah, that's probably why you went to law school.
Yeah, I just want to like crush the little man.
But I'm jealous of like the whole entire like cafeteria style where like even though you do have to pay that $7, like majority of people are buying coffee anyways. Like if I was there, I'd probably like get rid of the coffee and just get myself a good meal because those people have good like not kosher food. Like they know what they're doing in these colleges.
No,
Like-
they know what they're doing.
I'm saying
Do you know how much money is made off these
Jewish
college kids? It's
education, like the
crazy.
Jewish education system, like when it comes to lunch, they just don't. It's all over the place. Like it's literally like these schools. It's like a few friends got together. They're like, okay, we're gonna make a school.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And we're gonna charge them money, and like a lot of money, like $20K for some of these places, and for like a 1-year thing, and it's
But
you
by the
don't
way-
get anything from it, really. Which you got God, learning,
and faith.
but like
By the way, $20K, but everything it's all included, dorm and everything.
that is true.
I'm just saying, I
Yeah,
can't
but-
believe they charge so much for college.
But crappy dorms,
Fine.
crappy food.
And beautiful learning.
And just overall, like usually they're just crappy buildings. These places, the colleges have beautiful buildings.
Correct.
You see, we need the non-religious Jews because the non-religious Jews are the ones that fund all the colleges. We have religious Jews that fund these things,
I
and it's
know.
not nearly as. For some reason, non-religious Jews are like they're the
They pay for these
Billionaires.
colleges. And don't even get me started about how much money these schools have. Some of these schools have billions of dollars, in reserves. They just invest it.
These
and
people,
they charge.
yeah.
And they're still charging like $200K a year. Sorry, a year some maybe for the higher for like law school, but
that, and if you have like a football program, like a popular football program,
they're
like
making
some of these places. Did you watch the Johnny Manziel documentary?
Oh no, I did not.
It's a good one. Honestly, like you should watch it. Johnny Manziel was this electric college football player. He eventually got drafted by the Browns. We're Bengals fans. God bless Bengals winning it all and all of it. And
your brain completely froze.
Huh?
He got drafted to the Browns, and he wasn't that good. And he probably would have been good if he would have.
He wasn't that good. Okay, I remember. Train of thought. I'm sorry. I also drank coffee before this as well, and I think I literally crashed, like full on factory reset right there.
Okay.
Point is.
Booting.
Point is. I'm like so discombobulated. I'm sorry. I'm so discombobulated right now. Point is, he was making so much money for this college who did he play
Georgia,
for?
right?
No, he played for like some USC. I think it was USC.
It wasn't okay.
He played for a lower college, like not like the top college.
I'm thinking Georgia or Texas. Does that make sense?
Oh, Texas A&M. He played Texas. Yeah, Texas A&M, and he was making like over $1 billion was made like in 1 year overall from like Johnny Manziel bringing popularity to college, and he was pissed because back then you couldn't get NIL deals for like college athletes, couldn't make any money from sponsors, from anything. They're considered like they're owned like by the college. You get your free tuition, you should be happy with that, and that's true. But $1 billion, you're not seeing like 1% or 0.1% of that, and. So then there's in the documentary that has this whole thing like he starts like doing shady things for money, not too shady, but like signing jerseys and selling them. He made like $30K from or like $200K for just signing that
crazy.
Whole situation. But now they let college athletes get sponsored.
That's very recent.
It's very recent. It's amazing. It's changed the game. It started from a YouTuber named Destroying.
Oh really?
Yeah, no, I saw the whole thing. He was a kicker in college. And he was doing YouTube during it, and the college went over to him and said, "Yo, you have to choose. Like you can't do YouTube and make money."
Really?
Yeah, that's literally what happens.
Most YouTubers start off in college. Sorry, start from college, I think.
So he was doing YouTube like during it, and he started making like he was getting 200,000 views per video, and they said, "Yo, you got to pick one," and he picked doing YouTube. He gave up being a kicker, and he was I'm pretty sure he's a pretty good kicker. I mean, as far as kickers go,
kick the ball.
I don't know, he's kicking 70-yarders.
Yeah.
You know, every kicker could technically kick a 70-yarder.
70.
Yeah, well, just like with nothing happening, just kicking the ball. He chose YouTube. I mean, it worked out for him because he has like 7 million subs, and he's still very popular, and like football players follow him, and like they all love him. But because of him, he paved the way to start that whole thing where college athletes can make money, and now college athletes, you don't even have to play in the NFL anymore. You could just go to college. You could make $10 million from these sponsors if you're like in the top 1%. Or even 5%, I feel.
Yeah.
Some of these guys probably top 10%. You could make like a few hundred. Like I'm saying, these guys are making money. Honestly, this was my chance. I should have. What?
You could have.
I could have went in. I think I should have been a running back. What?
Could do it.
It's
never too late. You're still pretty young.
I would probably be. The only thing I could realistically be is probably like a cornerback.
No way. I'm
saying just physicality. Well,
cornerback is pretty.
No, it's the hardest position, but I'm just saying height wise and
maybe just because there are.
And you just have to be very, 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 very fast. Okay, I'm gonna get flamed by NFL people. They're gonna be like, "You have no idea."
No, you should probably. You'd be like.
I can't be an offensive lineman.
You'd be a punt return tackle.
I'd be like
special teams.
So that's probably what I'd be. I'd be a special. I'd be a receiver.
You're like $700K a year.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Or it could be a kicker.
Or kicker. You gotta work on that leg strength.
What were we saying?
My point is that colleges make a ton of money off their kids, and businesses make tons of money. My point with the whole yoga pants thing is more that when I went to a store that was around college because I wanted to get baby products, and it was just hilarious when I think about it now. But I'm like, oh, just a regular store. No, the whole store is geared towards college kids. So it's all it's really just workout clothing, and all these things, and it's and they're overpriced, and they're pretty much preying on these little kids
that is a weird terminology to use.
I would say 18, 19-year-olds who don't really comprehend the value, money and saving. at that age.
Well, it's majority of the time. I mean, if they're in college, they usually have their parents' money to.
Correct.
You know.
And I saw all these kids wearing really expensive stuff.
It's like their parents want you to go to college and waste your years and blow their money.
It's funny.
Not all the time, but a lot of the time.
It was crazy to me. I just can't get over it. It was so much money. And these colleges are making so much money. They have so much money in savings, and they give out free loans. And the colleges have raised tuitions dramatically. My father paid like a third of what I paid for law school.
Yeah,
I guess you could say inflation, but it's also just like, why not?
They have like these oases. Is that the word?
Yeah,
Oasis is for college kids just get lost in and spend all their money. Sort of like. This is sort of unrelated.
It's this beautiful like grounds in the middle of like a busy city. It's like crazy.
I like colleges because of that. They have nice grounds. But speaking of oases, there was I think I told you about this. But eventually, when I get a hair transplant and restore all of what
in Turkey.
In Turkey, it's people go to Turkey because it's a lot cheaper. I think it's like 15,000.
So you'll get a hair transplant, and you just will get maybe killed by anti-Semites.
Oh yeah, they hate us down there, man. I probably have to get it here.
Time for your hair transplant.
Am I Jewish enough that I'll risk my life to get a cheaper hair transplant?
Good.
But
it's like 30%.
It's literally it's literally like 30%, and you go down there, you get the whole entire. I think I explained to you the procedure. Should I? Point is, you get the procedure there, and everybody there in the everybody that lives in that area of Turkey has an entire. I'm having a brain fart again. They have an entire oasis. That's the word for all the people there that are getting hair transplants.
Oh, really?
The malls there.
That's
and
hilarious.
The people that shop there are like the people that live in that area buy those hotels. You have they give you like a 10-day extravaganza. You stay at the hotel. You're bald. Everybody around you is bald, and you go to these you go to the mall. Everybody's shopping. Everybody's bald. They all have little pokey holes in their head. Every single one of them, and they're all like, "Hey, I'm bald too," and they all talk about their bald trauma.
Oh wow!
And amazing. I'm gonna go there. And I'm going to talk about my bald trauma because it's inevitable. It is getting worse. No matter how much it's just...
Trauma?
It's just... Yes, it's my bald trauma. I mean, hair trauma is technically... Trauma doesn't necessarily mean emotions. It's technically like head trauma, you know? Like in NFL. So I have hair trauma because
You have yarmulke though, so...
Yeah, but it's gonna all come off eventually. I mean, I'm gonna have to... When it gets that bad, I want you to shave it off. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
Want to have a brother pact that when we
should we cut our
not like that, just in the air when it's getting really really bad, our thinning, right, our balding, we agree to shave each other's heads, not buzz it all to a 1 or something.
Fine.
So not to make us look like idiots, but to make it look actually better than just whatever
patches.
Patches across the head. But these guys, they're all down there to pay $3,000. They pay $3,000 and you get this 10-day trip. I was thinking of doing it during the holiday.
I can't believe you're actually thinking about it.
I'm not doing it yet because it's at its worst yet.
By the time you need to get it, technology will be so advanced.
I'm hoping to take a pill and it just.
They do have that, but I think
no, that stuff gives you side. No, that stuff gives. No, that's drastic, but yeah, it just gives you it messes with the hormones, I think, a little bit. I don't know. I'm not an expert. Don't take bad advice. The point is, eventually, during the holiday of Sukkot, which is when Jews, we build huts and we eat in them for a week.
To remind us of the desert.
To remind us of what in the desert?
That God protected us.
God protected us.
Faith.
Faith in a hut. And that's when I plan on doing it, because every day, Jews, we don this thing called phylacteries to fill in.
I don't know why they're called phylacteries.
That's a really weird translation. It's called fill-in.
I don't know.
I don't know who thought of that. Someone whatever. Point is...
Someone in the airport who wants to quickly make up something.
You just made it up. They're what's that called? Phylacteries. And everyone is oh. And we wear it every day. It's a thing put around our arm, but we also put a little thing on our head. It's a box filled with Torah scrolls and things like that. But when you have that procedure, you're not allowed. Nothing's allowed to touch your head at all because it could cause infections, and then you have to get it redone.
It's impossible to get an infection from your tefillin because it's so holy.
Because it's so. You're right. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go do it now. But during the holiday of Sukkot, we don't have to, when we pray in the morning, we don't wear it. So I think I could. That's when I do it.
You're not dumb.
I'm not dumb. The only problem is though,
you have to eat.
We have to eat inside of that hut that we build. Everything we eat has to be in that hut, because there's probably a reason I don't remember at the top of my head, and.
It has to do with God.
There you go.
No, I'm saying it's
no, they're gonna think we're brainwashed if you say it like that.
Okay.
We choose to do this.
No, it's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
It draws down higher levels of godliness.
Into the world.
Into the world, and we're saving.
And that's the point of everything, to bring godliness down here into the world. Like Messiah and
You're
stuff.
welcome.
You're welcome.
It's freaking hard.
It's very hard. And I'm gonna have to
complaining about being Jewish.
So hard, yeah. Where we run everything, well, not us. It's hard when people say you run everything.
Your bank dividends.
It's hard when people say you run everything and you don't run everything. It's like what the hell? Like I don't do that. Like I'm not a part of that. They're all intermarried. They're not even Jewish, and I'm getting blamed. I don't.
Sorry, you done with the elitist stuff?
Okay, I'm done with that. I just want to let me just finish this thing.
Okay, I got it.
Point is, the 10-day period would be the best time to do that. The only thing is, I'd have to eat inside. I'd have to find a way to eat. But they have pop-up sukkahs, huts. It's like a portable hut. You ever play Fortnite and there's a porta-fort and you throw it and this fort appears? It's like that, but in a hut.
That was like
I'm explaining it to them. They'll understand.
That was like the gen. What's this generation?
Did you understand it?
No, it's amazing.
Did you understand it?
It's like
you shut up. You understood it, man.
Yeah, no. It's
anyone that plays Fortnite understood.
Like your teachers would be like, "Oh, damn! Like that's like the new way to teach."
By the way, Jews should be impressed with my modern day analogies for people to understand. But it's literally like throw in a porta-fort and like the hut appears, so you could sort of like eat wherever like that. We did it a few times on vacation. Point is, I'm gonna get a hair transplant and spend thousands of dollars, or just do it in America. And if I do it in America, I don't risk dying by anti-Semites that live down there. And I'd find a hut to eat in pretty easily.
I'm very happy for you.
Yeah,
you really put a lot of thought into this.
I was scrolling a TikTok on 3 a.m. This is a common occurrence of mine, and this random 10-minute video. He used all 10 minutes on TikTok to make this video explaining his entire hair transplant, and I'm like, it had like 300 likes, and I'm like, they're sending me a message. This is being sent to me. I'm gonna do it, and I looked at him now, like months later, and he has this beautiful head of hair, and I'm like, you piece of freaking man. I'm gonna get it.
So, anyways, now that we're done talking about,
I thought it was very insightful.
It was very insightful. I'm very happy that.
Oh, let's talk about college, Yitch.
Yeah, no, I'm done talking about college.
No, you can talk about.
No,
it's our podcast.
So we have the spectrum.
You're on the spectrum. What?
Maybe.
We're all on the spectrum.
We all think differently.
You know what sucks? We never had Spectrum cable when we were young. I'm sorry.
I have Spectrum now, though.
You do?
Yeah.
Wait, is that what gives you like the Disney Channel stuff, or that's something
No,
else?
I don't get TV. See, you get Wi-Fi.
Oh, it's Wi-Fi.
I just get the Wi-Fi because I need TV. I don't watch TV.
By the way, I think there's no longer Disney Channel. It's all Disney Plus, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, they rebranded?
They randomly, kids would just be watching Disney Channel, and then it just finished. Goodbye. No more Disney. You're watching Disney Channel, and this channel shuts down.
Wait, can I get copyrighted for doing that motion?
You probably could.
It was a mountain. It wasn't.
No, it was just it's a thing that we do.
Anyways.
Yeah. What you're saying.
So you have on one side of the spectrum the robots, like me.
Yes.
Who say, I'll get a job.
Yes.
I'll work my way up.
I'm gonna help fund the elitists.
I'm gonna get a house, get a loan, pay it off.
I want to be a robot and pay these rich guys everything.
You done?
Yes.
And the other side, you have people of faith who just learn.
Yes.
And God provides. This story.
I thought you were gonna say just people that don't go to college and want to be entrepreneurs.
That's the middle.
Oh, sorry. Continue your analogy.
There's actually a story in Gemara of a person.
What is Gemara yet? They don't know what Gemara is.
I thought we explained it before. You should have watched our previous episodes.
Did we?
Maybe.
The Talmud. But now they're going to start saying anti-Semitic crap of what the Talmud says.
It's basically... Yeah, exactly. It's very long.
They could all be disproven, by the way. I'll do it right now.
Yeah, don't pick one line. It's hundreds of books.
No, but they'll
Is it hundreds?
they'll nitpick lines and say, you see, and literally in 2 seconds you could literally say that is just completely taken out of context. Some guy on Twitter literally just made a whole list of things out of context.
Yeah, exactly.
But a guy responded with this entire Google Doc I have it. I downloaded it. It's a really good Google Doc of like 5 paragraphs for like each thing. He dissected all of them. He showed all of them and explained all of it. If anyone wants it, let me know. But yeah, continue.
Anyways, in the Talmud, which is basically it's the arguments that the rabbis who learned in the yeshivas in the high schools back in the day, they all were brilliant rabbis. So they basically someone recorded the whole conversation.
They recorded every possible argument you could have about Jewish stuff to eventually Jewish law, so that they could eventually so that they could eventually come to a final law. Like not everything in Gemara is the law that we follow.
It's kind of the backstory, but the reason we learn it is because
we want to know how we got there.
Exactly.
We want to know what the arguments were to get to a final law.
So you understand it. It also low key. Not that's why we learn it. It helps sharpen your brain.
That is also true. It's good for law, and also and nowadays they don't tell you why you follow the laws. You just have to follow like a robot. Like a robot.
Go to college.
Get a job, get married. Well, you can get married. Okay, what are you saying?
Thank you. So, anyways, in the Talmud it said there's a rabbi who he learned all day, and he said, "I have faith that God's going to provide." And someone's like, "But you don't have any money. You're learning all day." And he said, "What do you mean? All I have to do is ask God for a cow." And he turns, and a cow appeared.
Literally, I was there and it happened. What's
happened?
It? Source?
The Talmud.
Source, trust me, bro. That's what they're all going to say. Just trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro.
You can't explain faith. And we're not here to make you have faith either. We're simply just providing
It'd be cool if you actually got this
insights.
story and put it in the short we make from this.
Huh?
You probably could find the piece and flash it on the screen.
Oh, like a drawing of what happened? Or
No,
just...
I'll find it. I'll find the actual piece.
Yeah, but no one could read Hebrew. I mean, Aramaic.
I'll do it in English.
Oh, like an English version of it?
It's a real story that happened, and source, trust me, bro, Talmud. Rabbis who are smarter than you. Anyways, that's my source. So there's those people who, like, turn around, you say, I need money. And there's another story about someone who said, like, you want money? This valley should fill up with coins, and the whole valley filled up with gold coins.
I remember,
right?
I learned that one also, yeah.
Anyways, so you have those people, which, God bless them. The truth is nowadays, obviously, you don't people who live in hunger, but they learn all day and people pay for them. So you have that to learn. And then you have the middle ground, which is, I think it's a new generation. I think all the kids want to be it, which is like, they don't want to be the robot. Their dads were the robot. So they say, I'm just going to grind. I'm going to figure it out. They have like 100 side hustles. And the issue with that, I mean, it works out for a lot of people. But I think the issue is people lose. Like, people lose. But you have to lose in order to win. Okay, it worked out for some people.
But nowadays, with the whole inflation, everything that's going on, it's probably more profitable and less debt-able to, like, focus on just entrepreneurship and side hustles and that whole thing than, like, doing the whole college thing where, like, you have these people who spend years of their life and they pay and they're in debt in college and they end up making, like, $50K and it's not enough to afford what they want to afford. Like, right now, the system at the moment, it seems rigged and it's not working. And that's why people are doing entrepreneurship, because you can invest, like a few $100s, a few $1,000s, or you can even start off with even less than that, and you could build something that could go into the millions. That's why people are.
I actually fully agree, and that's why I say it's a spectrum, because I think there's like the robots, and then I think there's where I'm actually at, whereas I went to college, but I actually want to be an entrepreneur. I'd rather have my own business, a law firm business, and make money that way. And the money is not from. I mean, it's because I'm a lawyer, but it's also because I got to hustle and make clients.
But also, not everybody like can be a doctor and a lawyer. Like majority of college people will like just kind of get like some sort of random job, really. Like, they're not making... Correct. Like, you know, law could eventually make a lot of money versus, like, these jobs, they peak usually.
Well, there's always a fallback for me. I could just get a job and be a robot.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So, but I think... No, of course, if someone's an entrepreneur, that's great. And you know, I think a ton of America is... That's on top of the spectrum. But I think you have these kids who are lower down who think they're just going to make it because they put X amount of time and they see other people do it. And instead they're wasting time, which maybe they should have gone to high school or they should go to college. That's what, like you were saying. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that the issue is now you have this new generation of like, yo, buy my course, I'll teach you how to make so much money. I'll tell you how to flip properties. I'll tell you how to invest and start and day trade. Like, and you have all these kids who are like, yo, I'll just do that. These guys are making millions, and then they're giving up opportunities where maybe they would have done better higher up, or even just get a job somewhere else. You know, work at a store, work your way up, learn how to do something, learn a craft. You know, become a welder or something.
For my
they make a lot of money, by the way, welders. Some of them.
Welders?
Yeah. Or electrician, a plumber, you make a ton of money doing that stuff. But instead, they say, well, I'm just going to become an influencer. I'm just going to do social media. I'm not trying to... See, now I'm getting to dicey territory.
No, please, explain yourself. I'd love to hear it.
You are very smart, and therefore you could be successful. There are people who are not smart and don't know what they're doing, and they're wasting their time. They drop out of high school and they do this. You didn't do that. You have
Anyone can believe and do what they want if they truly believe. You don't have to be smart. I wasn't.
not true. I think people. I actually don't think that everyone.
You're saying some people are meant to be NPCs, is what you're saying.
I don't think everyone could be successful at what they want to do.
I think anyone can.
That's just honest reality.
I think anyone can if they truly gave it their
Maybe,
all
yeah.
for like forever until it worked.
Give me that one guy who I get everything, still a failure.
I'm saying, but you
that's
didn't.
Rare. That's rare.
But no, but like you didn't. If you work at something for a few years, there's a chance you'll get there. There's a chance you won't get there. If you work at something for 10 years, 15, 20 years, your odds increase of achieving your goal.
It's not the issue is not with you work hard enough. The issue is that it's mainly it's not to insult people who want to do this. The issue is that really what you want to do? That it's more that it's like, is this really what you want to do? You think you want to just make easy money or be a YouTuber? You think it's easy. Turns out it's really freaking hard.
It's very hard, and I would rather do something I want to do than try to just get short term money or something like that. I do YouTube because I enjoy doing YouTube, and it also makes money, but it's not primarily a money thing, or else I just get into entrepreneurship and side hustles and all those types of things.
Correct. I guess my point is I think that some kids nowadays are being influenced too much with some people on the internet.
But there's also a reason for it. There's a reason it's happening, and it's because there's a massive failure going on with just the overall system. People aren't making enough money after spending 10 years of their life in school.
Personally, I think to solve a lot of it would be to actually promote trade schools, which is to teach people to actually become builders and stuff like that, good jobs that you can't really. It's so hard when you're in school. You learn. And you learn books, and history, and how to write and math, and that's only trained to get into college. When really, I think some states are doing it now, which I really like, is teach some kids how to become electricians, have these different paths in school.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
Because I'm a kid who doesn't like it, says
a
I'm
kid,
done.
A kid that's not a book learner and is more of a street learner. You get the whole thing. They should have those courses. They should start from when you're younger to let them do what they want to do, but they don't yet. From elementary, they're brainwashing you from the very beginning. They want you to learn useless stuff like the Earth is round in space, and they don't want you to learn what you want to learn and be free thinker. And a lot of people are coming to that realization, and they just want to. They see what's been happening, right? These kids see what's been happening, and they're like, I don't want that.
But then they jump to the other side and say, I'm just going to do you could even say just dumb things.
No, I get it.
Things are not going to make the money.
You shouldn't be too impulsive. That's exactly what I told that kid before in the comment section. I think there's a reality where you could do both. I had a conversation with our parents about doing what I want to do, but also sticking with high school and sticking with my religious stuff.
Correct.
And now I'm at a point where I'm done with it and I could truly put everything I want into it. But yeah, no, I do think there's a minimum that people should do. At least right now. Maybe in 10 years high school will be useless, right? But at least right now, there's a middle ground I think people should have.
I always tell people, people are asking me should I go to law school? I said, what are you doing now? I said, in 3 years, you can either do what you've been doing and not like it, or you could do it, or you could not do it, let's say, for 3 years, and in 3 years, you're going to have a law degree. Because they literally had no idea what they're doing, and they're thinking about it.
Yeah, no, if you're someone that truly has nothing to do and just wants to waste time, then I can understand that.
Because you know what, 3 years later, I have my law degree, thank God, and these people who I told 3 years ago...
Are these the types of people, though, that are capable to get law degrees?
Yeah, they're very smart people.
You're saying,
so capable.
Not everybody can be a doctor and lawyer. That's a very small portion.
I'm just saying law degree because we happen to be talking about it.
And people also want to do what they want to do. Not everybody. Some people are like me and want to do something they enjoy and don't just want to go to college and work this robot job.
No, correct. No, he was thinking about it, and I said, well, what's going to end up happening is 3 years are going to go by, and you're not going to you're just going to be doing the same thing, which you're not happy with. And
if you're doing nothing, then yeah, you should probably go to college
to get something,
or you should be doing something.
Or learn a trade.
If you're truly doing nothing, and someone could shove you in college and you'll survive, and then I think you should try to shove that person in college if they're not going to try to side hustle or do anything else.
Yeah, I think that my real issue with that's why I was going on about college is I kind of contradicted myself. I said, well, college could be really good, but I think college could be really terrible, and the issue is we're training parents the way our parents were raised.
It's college.
It's one or it's all or nothing. That's what I was looking for. All or nothing. Mm-hmm. Either you do the system, you go to You go to all these high schools. You go to elementary school, high school. You learn. You only read books and history, or whatever. You read books, and then you go to college and read more books, and eventually you'll be like me. You'll make money. But what about, and then everyone else, like maybe they drop out, maybe they get a job with an electrician, and then maybe they learn, but now they're saying, no, I don't want to do that. And instead of saying, okay, I don't want to do that, let me get another job, a good job that doesn't require a degree, that makes good money, that could be really nice for them, they say, I'm just going to do nothing. I'm just going to do nothing. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to side hustle. I'm going to drop ship. I'm going to do all these things. And unfortunately, not everyone can be successful.
I mean,
you could be.
It's a rebellion, but also people that are that age, I'm saying like people that say that and want to do that are like, I think the types of people that probably could have success doing that.
Correct.
Not everybody's gonna just like, people aren't really dropping out of high school. Like the people that
I'm not saying they're dropping out of high school, but I would say not going to college.
But people, why shouldn't you let them do that? Versus you think they're gonna be able to? Not everybody can like go to college and pass their courses and do that type of stuff.
I'm saying that
like some people are in the position where they want to do a side hustle. Their parents don't want them to, right? And they want them to go to college, but they're not a college person at all.
I would argue
that also exists.
I would argue that we need to focus the way that we teach our kids, and to be like, if you don't go to college, that's fine. Get a job doing something else. Like maybe you'll enjoy it.
Basically, don't waste your time.
Don't waste your time. Yeah.
Have a plan. Have like a foreseeable plan. And if you do want a side hustle, like bring some sort of like proof of concept or something.
It's really the parents that have to listen to their kids and be like, okay, he doesn't want to go to college, that's fine. He could do a bunch of other jobs. But I mean, I feel like a lot of parents pressure the kids. You have to go to college. You're not. You're just like, you didn't do what you were supposed to do.
Why did someone tell you that?
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe. I guess I think the parents need to learn, and I think the next generation of kids who become parents, if they become parents,
the next generation of kids, they're going to be like, don't go to school, and all the kids are going to want to go to school.
Exactly.
It repeats itself.
It's just like, exactly, it goes back and forth. But I think we need to train our kids that there's a middle ground, and it's not all or nothing. Like, get a job doing something you like doing. Like, some people like working with their hands, and like, it makes good money. And then you want to do a side hustle, you want to incorporate it, you want to be a YouTuber while you're a builder. I'm sure if you're entertaining like that, then great. And maybe be successful. But if it's not, you're still doing something you like, and you don't have to do something you hate. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's not all or nothing.
Do what you enjoy, do what works, and have a plan, and don't just be an impulsive, ready to risk fully everything. You're able to take calculated risks. That's pretty much what we're saying. You can take a calculated risk, and you don't have to. In order to become successful, you truly don't have to give up everything you've done.
But you see the 5 billionaires who said they did, and then it's like, oh, I have to do.
But you don't have to, right? Like I'm starting to see something, like some success with what I do, and I've taken risks and I've had these whole conversations, but I didn't move out like to LA using my own money. Like I thought of it, like should I?
And they all end up Uber drivers.
I'm saying,
like seriously,
and some end up networking and working.
Yeah,
and honestly, and I kind of think I could do that, but there's also like the possibility you can also take like calculated risks and be able to have peace of mind and not have all these stresses, while at the same time being able to do what you want to do and having success.
Yeah, and I think if parents need to educate themselves, and the school system needs to reprogram a little bit in order to so that kids don't feel like it's an all or nothing risk, and it's a problem.
And if you're a kid, then just know that you're young, and like I had these thoughts also, and like you change. Like you're literally changing every single week, just your mindset and all these types of things.
Stay in school.
No, but like literally,
the sentence is like
every year I was like every month, honestly, still I'm changing my entire game plan and everything. But the point is, like you're impulsive, like get that, like do what you want to do, but also just calculated risks. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
Is there anything else you want to say?
I'm done. Thanks for your
Thank
time.
you for watching RaBBois. Make sure to literally smash like, subscribe, download on Spotify. And watch our old videos for the best.
Not on iTunes.
Not on iTunes. We just don't know how to do it yet. I don't know how to do it. I do all the work. Watch all the old episodes. Get updated notifications. Smash like, subscribe. Literally, goodbye.